Hey, good Saturday morning, Vestas. Tony Talk Vestas. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is November the 15th, and we're out here in the streets enjoying life. So, this weekend, you already know I'm going to boycott the game tomorrow, but I am going to do a little reporting on it today, this morning, with my cup of coffee and my side of grits, and to give you my input and my take on what's going to happen and my prediction. Can you believe that some people is calling Lamar Jackson overrated? Even though he's won MVP multiple times, he hasn't won a Super Bowl. Where are these people coming from? Are they the Cleveland Browns cousins? We definitely will see in the next 24 hours when Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens take that field against the Cleveland Browns Sunday at 4:25 p.m. And trust me, this will not be the battle of the eights. Lamar Jackson weighed number 8, Dillion Gabriel weighed number 8, and as you know, they're totally different players, so we don't have to worry about who's going to be the better 8 in that situation. So let's continue to talk about it. And one thing I'm constantly hearing still going into week 11 of the NFL, the Cleveland Browns front office, owner, and executives are only caring about the next year draft. Whew. So they don't care about the current active players on the team. Must be not, because Dillion Gabriel is still out on the field. Okay, no holds bars. But with that being said, they're looking for the next big thing when they haven't even played all their options this year. So they still talking about, who is the next best quarterback for next year? I think all of them, along with Kevin Stefanski, needs to be professionally evaluated and diagnosed with some type of trauma. Let me stop right there. I don't want to violate any HIPAA laws, but they're looking for the next QB that could possibly be in the next year draft when they still got current staff, current employees, current players who still is invested into the team this year. I think the Cleveland Browns need to be disbanded. And NFL either need to come up with a new team if they want to keep 32, or they just need to throw away the whole entire organization. Send all the players to the other 31 teams, and let's just take Cleveland Browns off the market total. This the same way that Kevin Stefanski is attempting to socially annihilate Shedeur Start. We need to annihilate the Cleveland Browns also. So I had to do some research. So I looked up how many times have the Cleveland Browns had the first overall pick ever in history? Because I'm like, what are they feeding for? It's like they have a thirst that they can't quench. And being one of the worst teams ever in NFL history, I'm like, okay, well, how long have they been in this position looking for, this lucky charm? So in my research, I found out the Cleveland Browns only had the first overall pick only 5 times in history. 1954, 1999, 2000, 2017 when they drafted Myles Garrett, and 2018 when they drafted Baker. Okay? So they did pretty good in the last 2. The first 3 players I don't know. I don't know about. But if they go ahead and play Shedeur Start, get it over with, they're going to see that, hey, we actually got what we have. We already have our quarterback. But we already know that's not going to happen. My thing as of now, I already know they're not going to play Shedeur this weekend. What I'm watching for now, and I was observing, how deep are they willing to fall on their face just to know that we're right and they're wrong? I really want to see how deep they're willing to go to bury themselves. Because I'm like, it's like you're looking at a person that's about to fall off the cliff, and even though they're still walking towards the cliff, you're just tuned in. You have tunnel vision just to see how far they're gonna fall once they go off that cliff. But we'll talk about that later. But the pitcher against Dillon has already been proven. It's been painted. These are Dillon's stats. Nothing at all. It's nothing to marvel about. Dillon has failed the stats test. Dillon has failed the eye test. Dillon has also failed the sniff test. What are we talking about? We're talking about, let's see how long this cookie is going to crumble. Let's see the disaster that is going to happen. Let's see the disaster. Let's see how big this explosion is about to be. That's what I'm on the watch for. I'm not even watching for Shedeur Start to get on the field for the Baltimore Ravens. I really want him just to sit down and just relax and watch like we're going to watch to see how far someone is willing to go in order to fail to prove the wrong point. So going into the game, it's been some questions about Lamar Jackson's knee. So, but he did practice this week. So 9 times out of 10, he will be on the field. Now, trust me, I have been a Ravens fan before in the past. So this is not my first time loving the Ravens, but I'm definitely going to love them this week. Like I love the the Pittsburgh Steelers about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I fell in love with them on how they rolled up Dillion Gabriel. I want the Ravens to do the same thing to Dillon. Not to hurt him, but just to prove a point. As of now, Lamar Jackson has over 1,249 passing yards. Oh my gosh. I just realized. Oh my gosh. The Ravens is bringing in Henry. That running back, Henry, how did I forget? See, you know how, this is how bad it's been for me. I've been so stuck in this Cleveland Browns mud hole with them. I forgot that they got somebody on their team named Henry. Oh, Derrick Henry is about to come and blow the Clevelands out of the water. You got Lamar Jackson as quarterback. You got Derrick Henry, who on rush for over 704 yards. Isn't it funny that Dillon has only thrown for 859 yards so far this year? Derrick Henry has ran almost the same amount of yards. Derrick Henry is going to unleash also this weekend. And also in terms of receiving yards, their wide receiver, Flowers, he's received for over 625 yards. Only 200 yards short of Dillon's stats. Now, another player that is dear to my heart is Leonte Wester. Yes, I am the auntie of another CU Buffalo that got drafted this year, and his name is Leonte Wester, number 83. Leonte Wester, this is that game that you gonna come in and you gonna show them that dog that you was at Colorado Buffalo. If y'all don't know, Leonte Wester was one of them dynamic wide receivers that Shedeur would throw them cannons to and drop them dimes in the end zone. Leonte Wester, I don't know if he's got his opportunity to show what he can do, but I'm praying to God that this is the game that he showcased. Even though the stands are going to be empty, he can showcase his speed and his velocity and his versatility in this game. Leonte Wester is Leonte Wester. In his time that he returned a punt return, Leonte Wester took that rock all the way down to the end zone. This man has a speed out of this world, and I hope he runs all over the Cleveland Browns. This young man, he is so dynamic. I love Leonte. I don't know. Now I got to change the heart. I may just watch the game just to support my other nephew, Leonte Wester, number 83. And I'm going to leave you on this right here. I know that Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens is going to come to Cleveland Browns to prove something, because as of right now, the Baltimore Ravens is second in the AFC North. They're only one game behind the Steelers. So tomorrow is going to be a good game between the Ravens, not really, But it's going to be a game that the Ravens is going to try to prove a point against the Browns because they're going after the Steelers for the #1 slot. So I may be picking in at the game for multiple reasons because I do want to see my little nephew, Leonte Wester. He's had one fumble this year, last weekend against the Miami Dolphins. So hopefully he get another opportunity to redeem himself tomorrow on Sunday, November the 16th. So until you hear from me again, I will definitely talk to you later. So Vesters, make sure you got your notes, your drink, and your vest because we vested up today. Good morning, Vesters. Happy Saturday and happy weekend. And I'll talk to you soon. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber because you're going to get a different perspective over here at Tony Talks Vested Up. Definitely subscribe, like, and comment anything that you want to in that section because I respond to all comments. Trust me. If not, ask my Vesters. Talk to you later.